Alright everybody, this is Phil here. This video here is just going to show in depth, if you care to watch, of actual New York style pizza made at home in a home oven. People at my job have had doubts when I bring pizzas in, mainly because I have a box. Big deal, you can buy those boxes at pretty much any wholesale club, Sam's. I happen to got mine at Gordon Food Service stores when I was up there in Chicago visiting. So here's a standard oven, preheat. The highest this oven will go is 550 degrees. That's where it's at now. Been preheating for almost an hour and a half. And here's inside the oven here. See if I can zoom. That stone is 16-inch stone, pizza stone, or half-inch thick. It's pretty heavy duty. I've had it several years. It says good preheat on there, at least an hour. I like to go a little longer, especially when you're doing multiple pizzas, because the stone cools off quickly after your first pizza if it's only been preheated about an hour. The table here, a couple of doughs. Today we're gonna, whatever we got. The great thing about pizza at home is whatever ingredients you got on hand. At the time I didn't run out to the store for this. This is the stuff I had around. I use different mixtures of cheeses. Hold on one second. Different mixtures of cheeses. I use a combination of provolone, full or whole milk mozzarella, and Asiago, which I happen to be out of right now today, so I'm not going to use much Asiago because I think I'm out of it. This current recipe, I've been tweaking these pizzas now for, when I thought about it the other day, 17 years I've been doing this in the kitchen at home, and I've pretty much mastered the New York style. The crust was a major hurdle, and popular contrary beliefs, it is not the water in New York City that comes with the crust, it's the technique and the ingredients. It's a very basic crust, although, good water is always good for anything you do. You don't want hard water or a lot of chlorine in it, but this here in Hot Springs, we got pretty good water here. I said my dough, if I focus in over here, I got two of them today. These will make 16-inch pizzas. There's two of them. 20-ounce dough balls, and right here is my red wine on ice, which happens to be really needy. It is a must. Today, ingredients-wise, we got Johnsonville mild Italian sausage, some bacon, and got a little can of portobello mushrooms we're going to use. So that's going to be our ingredients on both of them, or at least one. I don't know if I'll have enough mushrooms for both, but let us begin this pizza making here. Let me get on the tripod and see if I can do this without messing everything up. Alright, I'm back. It's a good thing I wasn't had the video running trying to get on the tripod, because I felt like a retard, because I haven't used this tripod too much and didn't know really how it did. So here we go. We're going to push out on our first doughs, and let's get our board ready. Our oven's ready. Alright, it's been about an hour and a half of preheat time. My dough has risen. I said this is a cold rise method I use in my dough. It's probably, I made this dough about 2, maybe 3 days ago, I forget. Cold rise works better. This is the technique we talk about with these doughs. It gives the dough a very good structure and flavor, and really comes together nicely, and it holds together well, because this dough, it's going to be very thin. It's going to be hand tossed. I'm going to prep my peel here. I got a 16-inch pizza peel, and here we go. Get my first dough ready. And what I use to dust with is not just flour. This is bread flour and semolina mixed together. Semolina adds a nice texture. It kind of dries out the dough a little bit, because this dough I use is somewhat on the wet side, very, very wet and pliable. So this is basically a 50-50 mixture of bread flour and semolina. Here we go. We're going to push our dough out, and it's a very airy dough. This has been rising for a few hours. It was cold out of the fridge, and it's kind of cool out in here, so it's not 80 to 85 degrees is probably a good proofing temperature, but it was cooler than that today, so you go a little longer. No big deal. Alright. You don't want to pop the ball.